disgusting. I'm insulted. I case without parallel, and I'm to be allowed £3, 5 shillings and 6pence. Think of the prestige. Think of the justice. One couldn't be expected to defend a dog on that. All set? Good. Come to think of it, I did defend a dog once. St. Bernard it was. Got a damn sight more for doing it, too.
Good morning.
Is it? Well, if you say so.
Do I detect a fit of pique, Marshal?
You detect, Bodkin, a man about to open an oyster with a pin.
Dear God.
All rise.
Problems?
Marshal's been paid out of the Poor Prisoners Defence Fund. Not our problem.
He could step down.
Rather unfair on the prisoner at this late stage. Even this prisoner.
Why does Smith fascinate them so much? Two kinds of people you should never try to fathom. Judges and women.
It's too dangerous! It's too deep! Oh! It's all right. Oh! Please, somebody help me!
Hold on! Let me grab this. Got it?
Yes!
You're a lucky girl. This is a dangerous part of the river. My name's Henry Williams.
My name's Beatrice. Thank you. You've been so kind.
Beatrice. It's a lovely name.
My friends call me Bessie.
Then I'll call you Bessie.
I haven't seen you around here before.
No, I'm on business.
What do you do?
I'm a picture restorer.
What kind of pictures do you restore?
Pretty ones.
I'd better get back to my friends.
Am I going to see you again?
I don't know.
Well, how about here tomorrow, same time? Bessie! You really should learn to swim, you know. There you go. Good girl. You're very beautiful. Did anyone ever tell you you've got stunning ankles?
Have another sandwich.
No, they're like fine works of art.
Well, you know.
I'm surprised you're not married.
My family don't think I'm responsible enough.
And are you responsible enough?
I'm 31. I can do whatever I like.
I like defiance in a woman. What's this? Victim of the Shake.
I only read them because I'm bored.
I prefer Tennyson myself. So why don't you run away?
What with?
Money?
My father had everything put into trust for me. I have an income, but it's barely sufficient to live on. They think I'd escape to South America or somewhere, taking all my gilt-edged securities with me. Do you know what they are?
What are?
Gilt-edged securities?
The United Kingdom government fixed interest stock, the price of which depends on prevailing interest rates, I believe.
You sound just like my brother Howard.
Well, it's a man's job to know about these things.
I'd invite you back. For tea, of course. but I don't think my landlady would approve. She acts as a spy for my brother.
Then why invite me back? Marry me.
I hardly know you.
I think we know each other very well. Bessie Mundy. Well, Mrs. Williams, may I take you home?
You may. 23rd of July, 1910. Dear Howard, I got married today, and we have taken lodgings here in Weymouth. I am so happy and excited about my new life with Henry, who is quite wonderful. Love, Bessie Williams. £8 a month, Mr. Wilkinson, is not enough for my husband and I to live on. We need a house of our own.
Mrs. Williams, under your father's settlement, there is an amount of £138 put aside for emergencies. But the main sum of £2,500 is in trust, and Mrs. Williams is not permitted to touch that.
Even though we're now married?
The only way would be for your family to revoke the settlement. I'm sorry, but the monthly income and the £138 for emergencies is all Miss Mundy, I'm sorry, Mrs. Williams, can have access to.
Mr. Wilkinson, my husband and I are living in one room in a boarding house. Doesn't that constitute an emergency?
£138.
Bessie! Bessie, give it to me!
You have to catch it! Oh, what are we going to do with the money?
Don't be so impatient.
Can't we go away somewhere? Like Paris? I've never been to Paris.
You heard what he said. He said the money was for an emergency.
Oh, Henry, can't we have an emergency now, please? Then at least we can spend it on something.
Now, you listen to me. I'm going to put money in the bank. On any way from here.
Don't be long.
Hold on.
I can't believe this has happened. He must have made a mistake.
Let me see the letter.
He says I wasn't clean when I married him, but I was.
A bad infection?
He says he'll come back when he's cured.
Bessie, listen to me. Will you listen to your brother? Look, he's gone and he's not coming back. He was a rogue, and if he could have got his hands on your settlement, he would have done. I'll catch him. You can bank on that.
He will come back. I know he will. He just made a mistake, that's all.
You married in secret to a man you scarcely knew. He gets £138 of your father's money. He steals your clothes.
He loves me. He will come back. I know he will.
Bessie, your family loves you. We wouldn't hurt you for the world. Just trust us.
I want Henry.
Half a dozen collars with starch, and 3 shirts. There's a stain on that one. Finally. And only 2 letters from you.
How's business?
How's business? How's our marriage, more to the point?
Edith, look. I bought a few pieces. I met a young man I was dealing with. Look at that.
After 5 weeks, it's not much.
Yeah, well, you know. Most have sold privately.
At this rate, there's barely any purpose in keeping the shop open. So I have to take in this.
Oh, look. I thought we could sell these. Quite fashionable, so I'm told.
I missed you, George.
I missed you too.
George?
Hmm?
Will you let me read you a novel?
You wouldn't understand it, Edith.
You used to write me poetry. Will you be going away again?
Well, next time I may have to go to Canada.
Canada?
Hmm.
Must you go so far?
I have to go where my business takes me, you know that.
I just hate the thought of you travelling over the sea. If anything should happen
It
to you...
won't. Besides, if I didn't go away, I wouldn't be able to come back home to you, would I?
What have you done with my baby? Well, over the window, that's a likely story. You wicked old man, you thrown it down the stairs, hasn't he, boys and girls?
Yes.
I know what I'll do. I'll go downstairs and get the big stick to you. Now you take that, you wicked old man.
Henry.
Hello, boys and girls. I am Police Constable Fixup. Is there something funny going on round here?
I don't know where to begin, how to apologise.
Don't.
I wasn't ill, Bessie. I was mistaken. I was horribly mistaken. And to accuse you of such a thing is just... well, it's unforgivable.
It was.
I needed the money to pay off the debt. I was afraid ever to face you again.
You needn't have been afraid. I'd have lent it to you. And the clothes really don't matter at all.
Bessie, you are the only woman I have ever loved. And I treated you so badly. How can you ever forgive me?
All that matters, Henry, is that I have you back. That's all I ever wanted.
And what about your family? I'd like them to forgive me too.
We'll write to them. Tell them we're reconciled. Tell them everything that happened in the past was just a big mistake. It was, Henry, wasn't it?
The biggest mistake of my life.
Mr. Mundy, your sister never lost her affection for the prisoner.
She was not competent at managing her own affairs.
With respect, that's not the question I asked you. When your sister met the defendant again a year and a half later, she was just as much in love with him as she was on the day he left.
I suppose so.
And did he not write to you? I refer here, my lad, to exhibit marked number 89, offering you his humblest apology. And did he not use the words forgiveness and reconciliation?
Yes.
Well, it's a nice letter, is it not?
Well, that one is.
Powerful words, forgiveness and reconciliation, are they not? Thank you.
You're not from Herndale?
No, my wife and I were recently married. Weymouth.
I will need some references.
I don't have any, I'm afraid.
Everybody must have references.
Well, I've been living abroad. How much is a yearly tenancy?
£18. Which does not include furnishings, of course, so you would have to supply those for yourself.
It's very expensive, isn't it?
Well, you must take that up with the land agent, not me. I'm only Mr. Wilby's secretary.
Of course. Is there a bathroom, Miss Rapley?
There's no bathroom in the house, nor is there any water laid on upstairs.
Why don't you go upstairs? And if you like it, we'll take it.
The kitchen. I will need details of your banking account. This is a post office savings book. What I mean is a proper bank account, so that I can write to the manager for references.
You'll find I have sufficient capital.
I've never heard of such a thing. Taking a property with no references and no bank account. It's highly...
Tell me, Miss Rapley, have you lived in Hombre long?
All my life.
Then you can tell me where I can buy a bath.
Henry, it's here!
First floor.
Come on, lads. Left.
Careful with it.
Any insanity or mental trouble among your relatives?
Didn't you say there was, darling, somewhere in the past?
I don't remember.
Have you had a fit before, Mrs. Williams?
I don't believe so.
Do any of your family suffer from epilepsy, by any chance?
No.
Thank you. How long did your wife lose consciousness for?
Well, it was only for a few seconds. She doesn't remember, of course.
You have no memory?
My husband says I lost consciousness. I lost consciousness.
One moment we were in bed. She was awake. And then... well, it was very alarming.
I'll give her this. It's bromide of potassium. There are 6 doses, one to be taken 3 times a day. It's a sedative. It should calm her. Let me know the moment there are any reoccurrences.
Thank you, Doctor. I will. Your bath's ready. Now, have you taken your sedative?
Yes.
I thought I'd go and get some fish for supper.
That would be nice.
What kind do you fancy?
You choose.
Good girl.
Henry?
Upstairs.
Help me.
Bessie, please.
Turn her over. Take her teeth out.
Bessie, come on. Please. Bessie, please. Please, Bessie, come on.
What's this?
I told you she had a fit.
I am sorry, Mr. Williams.
It was your opinion, was it not, Dr. French, that the defendant's wife suffered from an epileptic seizure?
It was at the time.
At the time? Oh, you've changed your opinion. But that was your honest opinion freely expressed before the coroner.
Yes.
Yes. Now, these events took place in 1912. We are today 1915. Would you say your recollection was better in 1912 than it is today?
I suppose so.
Yes. And there were no marks or bruises on the body?
No.
No signs of violence of any kind?
None.
None. Now, in your opinion, Dr. French, would it be possible to drown anybody in this bath, unless they were already unconscious, without signs of violence on the body?
My lord, it is my understanding that one of the jury has expressed a wish that someone be put in the bath for an ocular demonstration.
This is a court, Mr. Bodkin, not a circus. Please remember that this is not France, where they reconstruct crimes. The jury can try it out for themselves in their private room.
Perhaps my learned friend, Mr. Bodkin, could provide us with someone of correct height. Dr. French, when you found the defendant's wife, she was holding a piece of soap like this. Would you clutch a piece of soap if you were drowning in the bath? I await your answer.
I'm sure Mr. Hill will understand. As the bath was only used once, I've no intention of paying for it. Dr. French said I should get away. Quiet my nerves.
Excellent idea, Mr. Williams.
Do you have any places for sale, Miss Ratley? Somewhere in the country. Like £400.
Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And now, as we commit the body of Beatrice Williams to the ground, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. In death, we are as in life.
Mr. Williams, one moment, please.
I have a business appointment, I'm sorry.
My sister's death is my business.
God took her from me too, don't forget that.
Why weren't my family informed in time to attend the inquest?
You know the verdict. Death by misadventure.
Bessie's biggest misadventure was marrying a bastard like you. I know what you did. You made mutual wills to get her money.
We were married, Mr. Monday. Now what belongs to her belongs to me.
Yeah, well, I'll challenge it. I'm damned if you'll get your filthy hands on my sister's settlement.
If you'll excuse me.
They made mutual wills. That makes him legally entitled to everything in the settlement.
She died only 5 days after she made her will out.
It's immaterial. The verdict of the inquest jury was that it was an accident.
An accident? You're telling me that there's nothing I can do to stop that man getting Bessie's £2,500?
I'm sorry.
Well, so am I.
Put it down there for me. Thank you.
How was the voyage?
It was long, very tiring.
Missed you so much.
My lord, I strongly protest this new line of inquiry from my learned friend. I was under the impression that in English law a defendant could only be charged with one murder at a time.
I am, of course, aware of that, my lord, but surely any evidence proving a system to obtain money by murder is admissible.
Why don't you also add prejudicial?
In this instance, I agree with you, Mr. Bodkin. The evidence of a system could be very valid in this case.
My lord, there is no precedent for such a thing in a murder trial.
As gentlemen of the law, it is sometimes reassuring to be able to set a precedent.
How are you, Smith?
Fine, thank you, Mr. Hall.
Good. Well, it's all going rather well so far.
Really?
Yeah, at present you're only being tried for the murder of Bessie Mundy, and I do not consider Bessie Mundy's murder proven.
Well, that means I've got to find me not guilty.
It's not as simple as that.
You believe I'm innocent, don't you, Mr. Hall?
What a barrister believes is unimportant. Unfortunately, the prosecution are going to try to bring in evidence from the other deaths.
I thought you said I could only be tried for one murder at a time.
Absolutely. But they want to show that you had a system.
System?
Yeah, system. With the other wives. There's no precedent for it, and I will continue to argue against it, of course. I just thought I'd warn you. Now, the next bride. Where did you meet her?
Oh, happy bridesmaid, make a happy bride. And oh, what a pleasant truth I learned. For while the tender surface made thee weep, I loved thee for the tear thou couldst not hide.
And pressed thy hand, and knew the pressed returned.
You know Tennyson?
Maybe that's a poem that should wait until after we're married.
We're there.
Let's hope they like me. 3 babes there.
Just don't get father talking about fruit and crops, or go on all night.
And one about his most precious apple.
There he is.
Good journey.
Yes, father, meet my fiancé, George.
Mr. Burnham, sir. Alice has told me a lot about you.
She's told me a lot about you too.
Only my good points, I hope, sir.
Well, I look forward to getting better acquainted.
Now introduce me to your friend. How was your journey? I see Mrs. Pankhurst has been arrested again. Did I tell you I went to a demonstration in London?
No, you didn't.
You're not going to throw yourself under a horse or anything stupid like that, are you, Alice?
Oh, I might. Why shouldn't a woman have the right to die for her beliefs?
I don't know who put all this suffragette nonsense into your head.
I think so. It's only a matter of time before women get the vote. And are treated as responsible adults.
Women are silly, giddy creatures. Well, most of them.
You insult your daughter, sir.
Well, Alice is my daughter. I'll insult her all I like.
How did you meet Alice?
At the Methodist chapel in Southsea, where she was nursing.
You're a Methodist?
Well, I endeavour to attend wherever I happen to be.
Do you live in Southsea?
No, I was just staying there. Business.
What business are you in?
The business of being a gentleman, Mr. Burnham.
Quite a business, that. Being a gentleman.
Well, I have independent means. I understand you're a fruit grower, sir.
Yeah, I've got 70 acres.
I'm sure father will show you around his orchard later.
These are independent means. How did you come by them?
I was left money by a rich aunt. I have my bank books and my private papers for you to inspect later, sir.
I've no need to do that. I think I'm a better judge of people. It's character that makes a man, not what he's got in the bank.
What's the matter?
I'm sorry, I just don't like people probing into my business.
He has every right to ask if you're to marry me.
Alice, let's get married next week. Away from me.
George, we can't. We must get married here in the village. George, if there's something you're not telling me about your past, I'd rather you told me now.
I was sent to a reformatory when I was 9 years old. My father, he died when I was inside.
What did you do?
It's not important. It was just a small theft. Let's just leave it at that.
George, you were 9 years old.
Alice, can I have a word, please?
Yes.
You like fruit, Mr. Smith?
I eat it occasionally.
It's God's goodness. He puts it on the bough, and he can make it wither.
He's as remarkable a grower as yourself, then, sir.
Tell me what you think of that.
Very nice.
Cox's orange pippin. Fine English apple. The best. Now, try that one. It's got grubs in it. You see, one of the skills of being a fruit grower is to spot a rotten apple before it affects the rest of the crop.
Oh, Alice, please.
I am not listening to you.
Or would you rather listen to your father? You don't know anything about this man, his background, where he got his money from.
His aunt left it to him.
I thought you said his father was a commercial traveller.
Don't you dare tell him I told you.
And he's from the East End of London, and in this family is a wealthy aunt who leaves him £2,500.
It's none of your business.
Well, if you're going to marry this man, it is our business, very much. You're so vulnerable and defenceless.
I'm not vulnerable and defenceless. Just because I'm living away from home.
Which makes you even more our responsibility. This man is a charlatan, a fraud. Your father and I can see through him. Seaside towns are full of men like that, preying on young girls like you.
Girls like me? What is a girl like me? You just think all women are too stupid to think for themselves.
Alice, I want this man out of the house.
Oh, I see. You've both conspired against me, have you?
No, we've done no such thing.
You just don't like me having my liberty. What do you know? All you know about is growing apples.
Get out.
I'm leaving. And I'm taking my future husband with me.
They've made their minds up not to like me. You do know that.
They said you were a charlatan.
And is that what you think I am? You think I'm a fraud? Alice, I have £1,300 with Lloyd's Bank. I have enough money to keep you in comfort for the rest of your life.
George, it's not important.
I love you. How long have we got to the next station?
You mustn't.
I can. And I damn well will.
In answer to your application regarding my parentage, my mother was a bus horse driver, my father a cab driver, my sister a rough rider over the Arctic regions, my brothers were all gallant sailors on a steamroller. This is the only information I can give to those who are not entitled to ask such questions. Your despised son-in-law, G. Smith. Was this the card you received?
Yes, it was.
Mr. Burnham, would you please look at exhibit mark number 197? Is that a postcard from your daughter?
Yes.
Would you read it to the court, please?
My dear mother, we arrived here last Wednesday. A very nice, comfortable apartments. My husband does all he possibly can for me. In fact, I have the best husband in the world. With fond love from both of us, Alice.
And that postcard was from Blackpool and was sent on the 12th of December 1913.
Yes.
I have the best husband in the world.
Excuse me. You're Edith, aren't you? I'm Caroline Thornhill. I'm covering the trial for the Quebec Herald. I was wondering if
Excuse me.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
Mrs. Crossan.
come on in out the cold. The two of you look perished. Welcome to Blackpool.
Thank you, Mrs. Crossan.
It's only a bed-sitting room, but it's large and cheery. How long would you be wanting it for?
Probably a week.
As I said in my letter, that would be 10 shillings. I hope that's all right.
Perfectly.
Is there a bath?
There is a bath. Plumbed in. The first in the street. My daughter, Maisie, she'll take you up and show you the room. Will you have some tea?
No, thank you, Mrs. Crosley.
It's upstairs. The room.
Thank you, Maisie.
Thank you.
Do we have to stay somewhere like this?
Oh, it's only for a week. We can find a proper house of our own.
Well then, let's go to Blackpool Tower this afternoon, the Winter Gardens this evening, and I would love to go to a picture palace.
Oh, I thought you had a headache.
It's still there, but it was only the journey.
Come here. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes.
You're burning up.
No, I'm fine.
No, believe me.
Let me see your tongue.
This really isn't necessary, Doctor.
Your husband thinks it's necessary. Now open your mouth. Tongue?
I feel fine. I am a nurse.
Pulse is a little fast. I think you're probably right. Long train journey can be stressful. Give her these. They'll relieve the headache and cure the stomach.
Is it a sedative?
Yes, kind of.
Well, I'm not taking it. I told you there's nothing wrong with me.
Would you recommend she rests?
For a day or so. Well, I'll be getting on my way. Mrs. Crossley?
Maisie, see the doctor out.
Thank you, sir.
You can't be too careful in this weather. Mrs. Hodgkinson up the road caught a chill and she was dead in 3 days. Drink your tea.
Said your bath's ready.
Thank you. Just coming.
Right, you enjoy your bath. I'm just going to go out for a walk, get some fresh air.
Will you be long?
No, only half an hour. And don't lock the bathroom door. Don't want anything to happen to you, do I?
What do you think I'm going to do? Dive into it?
It's nice to have a proper gentleman and lady staying.
He's not a gentleman.
You'll hold your tongue.
He's not posh. Gentlemen should be posh.
Well, what would you know about gentlemen? Your father was far from being one, I can tell you that for nothing. And get your elbows off the table.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. And I do like to walk along the park. Hear the brass bands play till young. Beside the seaside, beside the sea.
Well, they've executed Crippen. He got what he deserved. What sort of man could cut off his wife's head and bury her in the cellar?
He took out a viscera.
Viscera? Viscera? Where did you get that word?
It was in the paper. He cut it out with a knife.
And him a doctor too.
Mum? Mum, look. Should I tell her to turn it off?
You'll do no such thing.
It's getting worse.
Sit where you are.
But Mum, look.
I'll not have them thinking that we're the types that complain at every simple thing. I'll say something in the morning. Mr. Smith.
I bought some eggs while I was out, Mrs. Crossley. Thought they might come in useful for breakfast.
That's very thoughtful of you.
While I was in town, I heard about a new motor fire engine. They say it's to be tried out on Monday.
It's not fire, we're worried about its water.
Nobody's asking you.
Well, that's progress, I suppose.
Is Mrs. Smith enjoying her bath?
I expect so. I better check.
I hope he doesn't have a bath.
Alice, don't forget to turn the lamp out when you finish. Alice? Mrs. Crossley! It's my wife. Run and fetch the doctor.
The doctor again?
Quickly.
Well, go on then.
What's happened? I walked in and I found her like this. She did.
Mrs. Crossley, is this the bath from number 16 Regent Road, Blackpool?
Yes. And it was a fitted bath.
I assure you it will be returned and refitted.
First one in the street. And this, the height of the holidays, too.
Quite. Mrs. Crossley, I put it to you that you are colouring your evidence.
I am not.
Did you tell the coroner at the inquest about the water coming through the ceiling?
I was not asked the question.
If you had a suspicion that the husband was concerned in the wife's death, was it not your duty to tell the coroner?
It was none of my business.
And now, today, you say that after the wife's death, when you suggested to the defendant that he should not sleep under your roof, that he replied, and I quote, "When they're dead, they're dead." Still maintain you're not colouring the evidence?
I told him he was very callous.
This woman is a lunatic.
Well, she is. She's completely mad.
Order, please.
To continue.
I didn't see any of her people at the inquest. Your wife's people?
They're too poor to make the journey. They're country people.
Well, they must come to the funeral tomorrow, surely.
I don't know. I wrote to them.
I've arranged for Mrs. Haynes next door to give you a bed tonight.
It won't be necessary, Mrs. Crossley. Really.
Well, you can't sleep here another night, not after the shock you've had. And you only married 5 weeks.
I'd like you and your daughter to come to the funeral. You've been very good to us.
She was a lovely lady.
Yes. She was. Mr. Burnham. Sir.
Where's our daughter's body?
Well, the mortuary.
Mortuary?
I'm afraid so. The inquest was this morning.
I know it was. But we only got your telegram last night.
When's the funeral?
Tomorrow. Mrs. Crossley, would you mind leaving us?
We should have been at the inquest.
I'm so sorry. The verdict was one of accidental death. She was probably seized with a fit or a faint. She did have heart disease.
No. She was as healthy as I am.
No, Dr. Billing did a post-mortem. He said her heart was, it was slightly enlarged.
What's this? An insurance policy? That's her signature. You had our daughter insured for £500.
It's what any responsible husband would do. No, if you don't mind, I'd rather be left alone.
Thy bountiful grace, for accepting to thy care the soul of Alice Flora Smith.
That's a public grave he's burying her in. And I know, because I've read Tilda Tatsworth buried her mother in St. Place. Well, for goodness sake, don't tell them that.
He's going off with all your Alice's possessions. Trip in!
It's got a tear in it, but these are really nice clothes.
They belong to a poor country girl. She had some nice Spanish jewellery too. Have a look.
What happened to her?
Oh, she got gored by a ball. What? Happens a lot in Spain.
You will stay home for Christmas, won't you?
I made you a promise, didn't I? All right. Merry Christmas.
It's very wicked to drink alcohol in the bar. You never told me what your book was called.
It's called The Man Who Saw His Own Funeral.
What's it about?
It's about a man who dies, goes to the top of a hill and sees his own funeral cortege go past.
How unpleasant.
Everyone has to die, Edith.
The man in your book, did he live happily?
He achieved what he wanted.
Yeah, but was he happy?
Well, that's what I said. He achieved what he wanted. Fine women, fine things, even a veneer of respectability.
Was he a good man?
No. He began with nothing, and he made something of himself. Morning.
Gentlemen of the jury, do consider this. This is the second lady who was a stranger in a house and who has a bath with the door unlocked.
All rise. Thank you, Millard. I'm sorry. I've tried. Still, mustn't give up. The jury won't be told exactly how many wives you had.
It's very strange, Mr. Hall. Thousands of people are dying every day in Europe. And here you are, trying to save one worthless life.
It's my job.
You tell me your wife's German, sir?
Yes.
Must be difficult for you.
It is. Overcoming the prejudice of other people is always a problem. Still, we battle on.
Mr. Hall, what they're saying about me in the papers, do you think I'm that bad?
No man is too bad to save. To try to save.
Is this seat taken?
I don't think so.
It's fascinating to watch the great Edward Marshall Hall in action. Have you been in to watch?
No. I've heard he sits on a cushion.
I was told by someone up in the gallery. Apparently he suffers from piles.
Oh.
I suppose you're waiting to give evidence.
Yes.
They may not call you. Sometimes they don't.
Why have you come from? Where is it?
Canada. I was born over here, but I left England 13 years ago. I knew one of his wives. You do know there were other wives, don't you? Ones he didn't kill.
I don't want to discuss it.
Just made off with all their possessions. They were the lucky ones, if you ask me.
How many were there? Altogether?
8. 1 legally and the rest bigamously. Why did you stay with him?
Because he needed me.
You still love him, don't you?
He always came back. Isn't that enough?
Thank you.
I have to find the key to the room. But your balls are lost. I'm terribly sorry.
Well, have you got it?
Yes, I have.
Well, give it here then. Oh, no. This is the wrong one. This is not the one that I asked you for.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Faraday. I shall go upstairs.
Give it here. And fetch me another cup of tea.
Yes, Mrs. Faraday.
Impossible girl.
Can I have more tea, please?
Hello?
Hello.
Would you like to dance?
The tango. I'm afraid I can't do it.
Well, I could always teach you.
I'm with someone.
Yes, I saw.
She's my employer. I'm her companion.
And my name's John Lloyd.
Margaret. Margaret Lofty.
Cross?
Oh, sorry.
I think you're enjoying yourself.
You're not fighting for your country?
No, my country needs me here. I'm a land agent.
Ah?
Cross? For the war effort. How long have you been,
Mrs. Faraday's companion?
6
months.
Why'd you stay?
She took me in after I was...
After what?
I'm sorry, I really have to go.
Well, am I going to see you later?
Yes, I'd like to.
About time, girl.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Faraday.
I told you not to talk to any soldiers.
I wasn't talking to a soldier. I was talking to that gentleman over there.
Well, he should be in uniform. What's wrong with him?
He's a land agent.
That is no excuse. This tea is cold.
Am I going to see you again?
I don't know. I'd like to.
Well, you must have a day off.
I have an afternoon, which is my own, tomorrow. Would that be all right?
Shall we say 1 o'clock by the bandstand?
1 o'clock.
What do you think you're doing here?
Looking for you. Why are you wearing those clothes?
Never mind that. I said, what do you think you're doing here?
Looking for you. I went to Lloyd's where you said I could write to you, but they didn't have your address, and I thought...
I don't want you coming here following me around.
There's nothing to sell in the shop, and
Look, I'm meeting a fellow in half an hour. We're going off to London. Now, why don't you go home?
Why don't I stay here and meet him?
Edith, we're talking nothing but business. You're going to feel out of it. Just go home. I will write to you.
Is this the fellow you went to Canada with, or the one that you went to Spain with?
Oh, I've had enough of this.
Don't you think I've had enough? Sitting at home for weeks on end, nothing to sell in the shop, not knowing when you'll be back. You leave me 16 shillings a week, which is barely enough to live on. I am your wife, George. Or have you forgotten that?
Then go out and find yourself a situation and stop bothering me.
A situation?
Yes, a job. In another shop, an office, anything. Just leave me alone. Stop interfering in my business. Do you understand me?
And I'll go. But don't you expect me to be there when you get back.
It's beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. I've always wanted one. Does it suit me?
You look wonderful.
Marriage? Impossible. It is out of the question.
No, it isn't.
And what about me?
I'm sorry.
You're a very stupid girl.
I'm not a girl, I'm a woman. And I won't be spoken to that way anymore.
You are a stupid girl. Because you were engaged once before, and look what happened. You have scarcely known this man for 2 weeks.
I'm sure of him.
You were sure of the last one. You became engaged, and he turned out to be married. Well, I only hope you know what you're doing. That is all I have to say.
Oh, I know what I'm doing, all right. He's taking me to London. For my honeymoon.
It's such a pleasure to have newlyweds.
Thank you.
And when was the wedding?
Just yesterday.
Just yesterday.
I'm afraid my wife hasn't been feeling too well. She caught a chill on the journey. I had to take her to see a doctor.
Oh, nothing serious, I hope.
No, nothing at all. I'm absolutely fine, really.
I think we'll retire to bed if you don't mind, Mrs. Blatch.
Of course.
Well, I wonder first. Could my wife have a bath?
Sorry.
Should have had a hot bath like I told you to.
And I told you I don't like baths. I don't believe in them.
It would ease your chill.
It would give me one. I'm fine, honestly. I didn't need to be taken to the doctor. Please, just let me go to sleep.
I asked Mrs. Blatch to lend some hot water this morning.
And I told you I don't need a bath.
I'm not having your chill get worse. Look, you are my wife! If I tell you to have a hot bath, you will have a hot bath!
If that's what you want.
I only have your interests at heart, darling. Margaret, I told you not to lock the door. It's dangerous. I suppose something happened to you.
How did you get in?
Why don't you just relax? Good girl. Let me do your feet for you. Edith? Edith? Sorry.
I don't know who you are anymore, George. I don't know what your business is. I don't know what you want.
Edith. I'm nothing without you.
Mum? Mum?
What do you think, George?
Very nice. I've got to go away tomorrow. It's only for a day. Got to see a solicitor.
What about?
I'll collect some money that's owed to me.
Are you John Lloyd?
No, never heard of him.
Detective Inspector Neil of Scotland Yard. I believe you were married to Margaret Elizabeth Lofty on the 17th of January.
No, you made a mistake. This is my wife.
She had an accident in her bath. Very tragic. Very similar to another death we've been informed about.
What's this all about, George?
I also believe you're identical with George Smith, whose wife was found dead in a bath in Blackpool a year ago.
Well, I am George Smith. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do, Mr. Smith. Would you mind coming with us?
Sorry, Edith. It might be a little bit longer than I intended.
You expect to make the charges stick, sir?
I don't know.
3 coroner's juries had all the facts. There wasn't a shred of evidence that he was in the bathroom with any of his wives.
Well, he made a tidy sum of money out of all of them. 2,500 out of the first one. Over 700 quid out of each of the others.
That ain't a crime. And how possible was it for him to have drowned them? Just like that, without a struggle?
Well, it's our job to find out, isn't it? Thanks for coming.
Didn't think I'd ever hear from you again.
Life's funny like that, ain't it?
I didn't laugh when we parted.
Hey, you don't have to do this, Helen, you know that.
Let's just get on with it, shall we? Before people start to talk.
Lay down in the bath and attempt to relax. Miss Stanley is a champion swimmer and is accustomed to holding her breath. Also remember that Smith's wives were in all probability surprised.
Sergeant!
Has that made your case, Arthur?
Inspector Neal, this is exhibit number 23, the bath which was removed from Bismarck Road, Highgate.
Yes, it is.
You were telling us about the prisoner's reply when you charged him with murder.
He made no reply whatsoever.
He's lying! I told you before I was innocent!
Prisoner, you're doing yourself no good. Now, sit down.
He's lying! I'm innocent!
Perhaps, my lord, I may have a word with my client. Look, I'm doing my best for you. Now, please, yes, leave it to me, but please, sit down. There's a good chap.
Edith Naismith.
Edith Naismith?
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
My lord, I protest the evidence of this witness.
She hasn't given it yet, Mr. Hall.
Then allow me to protest the evidence the witness is about to give.
The jury will hear it, Mr. Hall. Proceed.
You are Edith May Smith.
I am the wife of the prisoner. We were married on the 30th of July, 1908.
And may the witness be passed exhibit number 162.
This is a copy of our certificate of marriage.
Did you at any time have any knowledge that he went subsequently through a marriage ceremony to Miss Bessie Mundy under the name of Williams?
No, I did not.
Or under his real name to Miss Alice Burnham?
No, I did not.
Or to Miss Margaret Lofty under the name of John Lloyd?
No, I did not.
I always loved her. I did.
You lived as man and wife together and knew nothing of these subsequent marriages?
That is correct.
You were fond of him, and he had been kind to you.
Yes.
Had he ever been cruel to you?
No.
Had he ever shown you violence?
No.
He'd always treated you kindly.
Yes.
So, you loved him.
Yes.
Members of the jury, including your consideration this possibility, the possibility, at least in the last two cases, possibly in the first, of this having happened. Wife to husband, I'm going to have a bath. Husband to wife, all right? I'll go and turn the water on for you. Husband goes to the bathroom and turns on the water. The wife comes in her dressing gown or nightgown. The newly married husband stays in the room, strips her, or she strips herself, picks her up, an 8-stone woman, a 9-stone woman, and lowers her into the bath, but holds the knees up.
Hang me up once and be done with it.
There is no evidence of it, but consider all the possibilities.
Will the defendant please rise? Gentlemen of the jury, have you agreed upon your verdict?
Yes.
And do you find George Joseph Smith guilty or not guilty of the willful murder of Bessie Annie Constance Mundy?
Guilty.
George Joseph Smith, Judges sometimes use this occasion to warn the public against the repetition of such crimes. They sometimes use such occasions to exhort the prisoner to repentance. I propose to take neither of those courses. I do not believe there is another man in England who needs to be warned against the commission of such a crime. And I think that exhortation to repentance would be wasted on you. The sentence of this court is that you be hanged by the neck until you are dead, and that your body be afterwards buried within the precincts of the prison.
Excuse me. We'll have to prepare for it. Which way, madam? Help me.
Why are you doing this? Do you want my story for the paper, is that it? I don't want your story. It's time you heard mine. I'm his wife. His first and only legal one. I married George on the 17th of January, 1898, 10 years before you did. He called himself Love then. Oliver George Love.
You mean it?
We were the lucky ones. There was another one between you and me, and no idea what happened to her.
I don't believe you.
This is a photograph of our wedding. He left me with nothing. Nothing but the clothes I had on. I'm sorry to break it to you like this, but I had a real reason for coming. He's my sapper. My Tom. We're going to be married as soon as I'm free. I know what you're thinking. I could have married him in Canada and no one would have been any the wiser, but...
Will you let me out now, please?
We should look after each other, you and me.
It seems you already have someone to look after you.
What will you do?
I don't know. Go home, I suppose.
You know, I would really like it if you would come to our wedding. You and I have so much in common.
You could have married in Canada. You didn't have to wait for now. No one would have been any the wiser.
Or maybe I was like you. Still in love with him.
Dear Edith, dearest of all, I am naturally too downcast and depressed to cover much ground in this time of writing. I have not asked for a reprieve, nor made a petition, and do not intend doing so. My property I give to you. You are the only dazzling star left to cheer my life. If ever a man was sorry for his treatment towards his lady love, then it is me. May an old age, serene and bright, and lovely as a Lapland night, lead thee to thy grave. Now, my true love, goodbye, until we meet again. Yours, with immortal love, George.
Prepares the table before me in the presence of thine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
I didn't think you'd come.
I brought you something. I haven't read it. I can't.
I don't know what to say.
I know it's an odd sort of present, but now at least you have something.
may in old age, serene and bright, and lovely as a Lapland night, lead thee to thy grave.